enterprises that have just started operating very dynamically. Certainly, this component is there. Yesterday, I visited these 5 startups, and I was pleased to see that many of their members have changed their jobs. They've left previous occupations to do something new, to contribute, to give their contribution to the market. And I think it's great that the Italian marine industry association is focusing on this as well. This sector is driven by passion, and it's great to see that these companies represent the younger generations as well. So thank you and welcome once again on behalf of the Italian Marine Industry Association. And I do encourage you to take a tour of the upper level of Pavilion B. There you will find accessory producers, manufacturers, and you'll be able to talk to them, maybe start some cooperations. And on the lower floor, you will see boat builders, shipyards. It is also interesting to see that companies are represented with quite a high level of technology and innovation. Some companies have presented hybrid electrical systems. Others deal with mechanic systems, for example, for sales. Others are related to the digital world. So these are startups that are interesting not only for the world of boating, but for the world as a whole, with a special focus on the boating industry. So welcome once again. I wish you every success with your presentations. Now the floor to Paolo Quattrocchi, representing the Italian Trade Agency, the partner of this initiative. Thank you, Mr. Gianneschi, and thank you to the Italian Marine Industry Association. Thank you to Saloni Nautici. I am delighted to be here today for the 62nd edition of Genoa Boat Show, and I'm happy to be welcoming you to this presentation of the 10 startups taking part in the boat show and represented, and they are the outcome of this cooperation between ICE and the Italian Marine Industry Association. Italian companies are very interested in new startups. In 2019, the Italian Trade Agency launched a new program of activities, the so-called Global Program Startup. It's a program that includes training in Italy and then moves on to a more implementation phase on markets. And this is a program that offers startups the opportunity to interact with other companies already operating on international markets. So these startups have the opportunity to continue and to take part in this program for 8 weeks, that is 2 months, during which they can look for potential investors, potential partners, or customers. We are also focusing a lot on the world of startups, as witnessed by the fact that we organize missions with startup representatives to the main world events, including Italian events and shows, where we cut out some special room for startups, which are therefore able to take part in events and shows that actually make room for technology and innovation. So these events can be an excellent platform for these startups to introduce themselves, as is happening today. Today is also an opportunity to focus on this strong connection between the activities of the Italian Marine Industry Association and the Italian Trade Agency. We've been cooperating for years now, increasingly closely, and we organize and take parts together. We organize also missions to the leading European and world events. A few days ago, the Hamburg event came to an end. We were there with 30 different companies. Soon, the Fort Lauderdale show will start, and we'll be taking part in that. And we're also launching a close cooperation involving representatives in the US, in Dubai. 2023 will soon start, and we are already getting ready to take part in the leading boat shows in the world. This is just a way for me to highlight how strong the cooperation between the Italian Marine Industry Association and the Italian Trade Agency is at the moment. So right now, well, this is the reason. The reason why we're here today is listen to the presentation of these 10 startups that were selected through this cooperation I was mentioning, and we're really interested and ready to listen to them. I won't take any more time. We're eager to listen to your presentations, so thank you for your attention, and I wish you every success at this boat show. Good luck with your activities. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gianneschi and Mr. Quattrocchi, for introducing this important event. I'm now pleased to invite to the floor the first startup today, Nautica Upgrade. Good morning, everyone. My name is Luca Conti, co-founder of Nautica Upgrade, doing all things in a new way. This is what innovation is all about. Innovation and digitalization are two words that outline a path that keeps unraveling. These are buzzwords at the moment. And I must say that our government has strongly supported this process and also allocating funds. This is going to be the decade of streamlining, automation, and digitalization. Can you think today about a company not having a website or an email? Well, this is, of course, a rhetorical question. It takes us back 10 or 20 years. And we're sure that this is the same that is going to happen after this new era. Soon, small and medium and large enterprises will accept this step forward towards innovation. Our innovative startup consists of a team that has decided to bet on the sector of services for the boating industry. We started from recreational boating, a sector we know very well, and we started from nautical schools. We were lucky enough to meet and get to know some of the best representatives in Italy in this sector. We started discussing and comparing abilities and skills. And today we are ready to introduce a new tool which did not exist until very recently. We launched our products just 10 months ago, and today more than 6,000 students from nautical schools have used our platforms. They have taken quiz, and they have made exercise and practice, have their practice on chartering through our platforms. More than 40 nautical schools have chosen Nautica Upgrade, and now they know they have a new digital ally. they immediately notice the benefits you can get from this tool. Out of 10 schools that have started the free demo, 7 have decided to actually subscribe to our app. And they decided to do so because they noticed they could save time, considerable time. They noticed that their services were improving, and they've also decided to do so because that time they saved is time they can use today to carry out initiatives that are profitable for their schools. Basically, nautical schools are companies where people make the difference, and now these people have more time to make a difference. So I think we won this bet. Let's say that what we are hoping for is that many other startups like ours will always be able to be one step ahead. Our app, our platform, however, is also available for yachting clubs, that is, places where boat driving licenses are not the focus, but rather there are people to be managed, activities to be organized. We've developed tools that will be useful for yachting clubs, chartering companies, and also schools in general that promote activities with nautical sports. But this is not everything. In 2023, we're going to propose our new versions for chartering agencies and for maritime operators, particularly those who organize mandatory training and vocational courses. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to come to the floor. The next startup, Nabis. Buy grips. Good morning. Today I am presenting Buy Grips, a startup that was established in November 2021. Its objective is to propose innovative nautical services. First of all, we would like to thank the boat show organizers and various partners, particularly the Italian Trade Agency. In 2020, Buy Grips patented Lazy Tack, which is an accessory for sailing boats thought out for both owners and the crew. It improves onboard comfort, and it allows to use some accessories without any stress. At Buy Grips, we also have some experience in the building sector, and we have developed a series of tools for retrofitting of sailboats and also for interior decor and refitting. So today we are introducing Lazy Tack. Lazy Tack is an aluminum system to be applied on the boom. It is fitted with 2 hoisting channels, an upper one and a lower one, and it is fitted with useful system, reef searing, and a retaining belt for the mainsail crew. The benefits are various. First of all, the awning can be managed very easily. It can be installed and removed by one single person. It's enough to insert it in the dedicated hoisting channel. And then, depending on the way you want to have it, you simply have to anchor it, to fix it. The awning can also be used while sailing or while cruising. Of course, if the weather conditions allow for it, so the sea is not too rough and it's not too windy. So the awning can also be quickly lowered in case of sudden wind. The awning can be modular or it can be a whole awning, and depending on the needs, it can be installed on one side or both sides of the boom. And thanks to these hoisting channels, this system is highly compatible. It does not interfere with the running rigging. And thanks to these special channels, any rain or water can be quickly discharged. And also, these channels allow for natural ventilation inside the lazy bag. And therefore, you won't have any growth. This is a system that is developed custom for every single boat. In this case, the lazy bag on the awning is smaller. We can also install LED lights along the profile with a special cable tray. So the cables wouldn't go through the boom because they could interfere with the running rigging. There would be a special cable tray for the cables, as I said. It's 100% manufactured in Italy. As I said, it's easy to install both on new or existing booms, either in composite materials or in wood. And it has a high mechanical resistance because it's in anodized aluminum, which has a very high mechanical resistance and resistance to the elements. Thank you. Thank you so much. And now the floor to Electrica Wave. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mauro Moroni. I'm the CEO and founder of Electrica Wave. Something about us. It's an innovative startup for electricity. So we convert traditional boats with internal combustion engines into hybrid or electrical boats. We are not 20 years old. I mean, so we are all around 40 years of age, but we have a long-standing background in electrical engineering, maritime systems, and on the market in Italy. So we're quite confident we can do things well from the very beginning. We are based in Ancona, in the Marina Dorica Marina, and then we have another office in Milan where one of our shareholders, one of our members is. And we also have a ready technological network. It's our first time here at Genoa Boat Show. It's a great honor to be on this podium, on this stage. But we've been getting ready to step into the market for over a year. Our approach is a zero-emission approach because we not only convert traditional boats into electrical and hybrid boats, but we also deal with shore electricity and charging systems. So the cold ironing of marinas and harbors, so not just the recharging of cars, but also fast recharging for electrical boats. And every conversion we complete will be certified by ENAVE, the European Certification Institute. Therefore, our customers will have a high-quality certified product. I would also like to present our Gozzo boat. Unfortunately, the batteries got here a bit late, but we launched it yesterday, and it will be taking part in the Conera Regatta on the 2nd of October. This is a hybrid Gozzo boat, but it could be fully electric because it has 17 kilowatt-hour system and also a photovoltaic awning. It's a 1 kilowatt. which can be used as a network extension to increase the range. In one day, we can recover about 4 kilowatt hour. If that's not enough, we also have a serious GenSat to recharge the batteries and then supply the boat. So thank you for this great opportunity. We're really happy to be here, and good luck to all other startups. That was Electrica Wave, and now the floor to Betty Boys.
Buongiorno a tutti.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Luca Rovere. I developed a project called Betty Boys. We started off the idea came up in 2017 in Sardinia, but our startup was established in 2021. Everything started from a need. Everyone's need, that is finding a boy. First of all, knowing where a boy can be found and get one. And that's very difficult when the wind is strong and perhaps one is sailing by himself or even with others. It's difficult to keep the boy firm. So we decided to develop something to make mooring easier. So I started thinking, and I managed to patent a system that is a buoy which has the mooring pin, the one you see on top of it. It can be lifted about 2 meters from the water, so gripping is much easier. You can put the rope around it, and so it's easier to moor to the buoy. So I started thinking about it, and I actually managed to get a patent in several countries in the world. So the system, of course, needs to be clearly visible through an app. So from the app, I can find all the existing buoys in the Mediterranean Sea, understand which ones are already taken and which are available, and then I will find my own buoy, which will be dedicated. So there's a buoy for boats from 15 to 30 meters in length, and then we will develop larger ones. So once I see on the app where the buoys are, I can make a reservation for my boat. A basic GPS will take me to my buoy, and once I'm there, using my iPhone, I will find 2 keys, open or close. By using the app, this mooring pin will lift to 2 meters, and so I can moor. Once I decide to leave, I will leave the mooring, and the buoy will close, will lock, and no other user will be able to use this buoy. If someone tried to launch a rope on it, the buoy will send an alarm after 5 seconds. So it's also a matter of safety. If I book, let's say I make a reservation for my own buoy, I will know it's there for me. It will be there for me, as if it were a hotel room. I'll be able to go and take it. I could include many buoys, but I don't want to have many traditional cement mooring sinkers in the sea. So together with Genoa Aquarium, I decided to develop something that wouldn't be a mooring sinker, but actually a live system. That is something that will allow people even to see the fish. I'm a biologist, and we kept working on materials, and we decided to start planting Posidonia oceanica. So Nautica and Natura, boating and nature, a project called Boating and Nature was developed, particularly for marine protected areas. So our hope for the future is that this system will even repopulate the sea with fish, and people sailing around the Mediterranean basin will be able to see a lot of fish as if it were an aquarium. And if a user makes a mistake and just throws some plastic bottle into the sea, someone else will be able to collect it. Being connected to an app, this system also provides a range of services. So the user will be able to use the internet, at least to use WhatsApp and messages, of course, not to surf the net. So to do so, I decided to create another part of the project, which is called Poke. And it's a customized interface that basically allows to be contacted. So when I'm cruising, no one can contact me. With this system, I can use my phone if I have to call someone, if I have to look for a restaurant or something else. But now I did something else. I did the opposite. Now, commercial organizations, sales, points of sales, and so on, will be able to contact the yacht's person that is sailing in the area. What do I mean? If we wanted to contact someone that is cruising somewhere around this area, we'll be able to contact someone that is actually cruising within a 30 nautical mile radius from here. So all sales, say shops, restaurants, hotels, and so on, will be able to use this app. So if, for example, a marina has a new free berth, it can contact all the boats cruising in the area, allowing them to know that there's a free berth now available. Thank you. And now the floor to iSpace 2.0 Engineering.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Giuseppe Carusi, CEO and founder of iSpace 2.0. This is in the nautical sector, in the boating sector, that designs innovation and, in particular, focusing on the eco-sustainability, therefore electric, but we're also thinking of hydrogen for the future. Our main project is a boat on a hydrofoil technology, which is also a submarine. So it is. It can have 4 passengers and can have a speed of 30 knots on the surface of water, and you can emerge up to 50 meters in depth, because that's the light spectrum that filters through the water, that the sun filters through. We don't want to go to further depth, but this allows us to maintain a type of very light craft. So this scarf is 3 tons, 5 meters long, and it can be carried out on a trailer. It is aimed at tourist market and luxury market. It can be easily placed in yacht garage, but it can also be used from the quay. The user drives it alone. It does not require a specific pilot. Let's say that it's a craft that you can enjoy together with your family. So let's say that we are at the point where the first prototype should be ready for surface navigation at the end of October, after which we will move on to submarine tests, NVGL certification, therefore Lloyd's, as a craft that has a faculty of emerging. Since this is innovative, there's no similar craft, So we want to reach a certification for this type of craft. We think we will be producing it if we have sufficient funds by the end of 2023. So far, we are covered by Smart and Start of 1.2 billion euro, 1.2 million euros. So I hope that next year here in Genoa we'll be able to present the physical model of this craft. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Space Tour. Now we move on to Nabis. Good morning, everybody. I'm Tony Compagni of the Managing Director of Nabis. This is a small boatyard that in the claim affirms that it is producing wooden boats made by authors. What's innovative? Well, nothing, because this is material that's always been used for boats. But something is happening if we consider what is mainly used nowadays by the boating industry, as our colleague said, by renovating on the basis of tradition. So some time ago we started thinking that we wanted an ecological boat with a concentration of technologies that could include all the best that could be found. So we looked at friction welding for wood, casein as a gluing element, which is the milk protein that, if processed in a certain way, it can be used as a reinforcing element or photovoltaic cells on sails. Well, a lot of things that we are keeping under control. Then we went right to the heart of the matter and we said, let's do something pragmatic. Let us consider as a hub, paying attention to what is happening in the supply chain, and the boating yard is the final point. Let us concentrate on the technology of wood and on the different technology. Let us make fast and attractive boats that can also be sustainable from a pragmatic point of view. And let's see what happens. Well, the assumption of all this is that wood or timber is an excellent material, because when treated with resins, it has its own structure. It's also light, so it's highly competitive. So we focus on that. It can be easily processed, it can meet all the requirements of the owners, and it's a material that is coherent, cool in summer, warm in winter. So let us combine timber with what is offered by technology. So we have no exclusive. We don't even need to have 100 boats and use molds to make a lot of. From an economic point of view, well, we want to be cautious, and we wish to develop 3 boats, 12.50 meters, with the sea planking and Canadian cider, and it's also appealing. We have 10 meters in a marine composite, and then we have another boat in sea planking with a backward mast and other specificities. So these are our programs, what we focus on. And we also have the idea of developing procedures that are in progress without excessive programs. We want to cooperate also with others. We want to mention also the designers that work with us, Sandro Vismara, and Otto Villani, Antonio Cataldi, a veteran, and two young people who supported us in this innovative idea. Thank you, Nabis, and now Boats and Go. Good morning, everybody. Luciano Per, CEO of Boats and Go. So we have this idea for currently people who want to go a holiday on a boat. We have to look at all the different offers of the different sites. Take note, Boats and Go is innovative because it is the first platform based on the Trivago idea of hotels that offers all the opportunities found on the internet, all in one platform, so that the user that wants to rent a boat can look at all the offers on the market on a single platform. For smaller ones, we offer a SaaS system, a managerial system. They can digitize their system, online booking. They can streamline their offers on Boats and Go and partner agency, and also electronic invoicing. We've been online since July 2021. We can compare 20 boats from the Mediterranean, South America. Our source code and our trademark have been patented, and our business model is based on a prepaid system, pay-per-click, because a real difference, as well as being comparing offers, we have pay-per-click for every user we redress on a site. When we go to a partner agency, we ask for commission on sold, which is very low because we don't manage bookings, and then a yearly subscription to our SaaS system, which is initially free of charge, and then it has premium functions with the yearly subscriptions. Thank you, EAT and Saloni Nautici, for offering this opportunity and for having supported us also at our international fairs. Boats and Go, click, compare, sale.
Thank you. Now the floor to Velettrica. Good morning. My name is Ms. Bafigo, the founder of Velettrica. Our mission is to design and manufacture highly efficient electrical propulsion system. We are already doing it because we have a prototype that has sailed over 3,000 nautical miles in 4 years with zero failures, zero maintenance. Our new system is a sail drive, very compact sail drive with a mechanical thrust, so the engine is completely submerged. Well, in fact, the picture does not fully reflect it. It's a bit longer. It is just a few centimeters large, and it is completely waterproof. There is no cooling fluid, no maintenance required. All mechanical parts have been developed to last a few decades. It comes with 4-year guarantee warranty with lithium batteries, including the batteries, 48 volts, and fully fireproof. The tests we carried out on the prototype led to more than satisfactory results. The propeller has a 71% effective performance and an excellent ratio between the energy provided by the batteries and the one used by the boat, which is above 60% with peaks of 68%. That's the overall efficiency. This means that compared to hybrid systems on the market, we have twice as much. We offer double it. This also allows to use renewable energy sources. So if you have sun panels, you can use it to supply. We are focusing particularly on sailing boats, but the system can be used on all kinds of boats. Of course, on sailboats, when you sail without the engine, only using the sails, then you can recharge the batteries. At 6 knots, we produce twice as much the electricity produced on other boats. So the efficiency is much higher, and the boat does not slow down particularly. Other interesting data shown on this slide. Oh, I forgot. Everything is managed by a small computer. It's a control unit. It's an electronic control unit that manages and controls every single part in the system, while the interface is extremely user-friendly. The user doesn't need to have any particular skills. It is informed about the charge, remaining charge, and so on, and the range. Another interesting piece of data is that our propellers have been entirely designed from scratch, so not using current technology, but rather to get the most from electrical motors. We have 31 kilograms. When the boat needs to simply stand still because of bad weather conditions or because it's a tanker, with the same power, we have a thrust that is 5 times more. This, of course, makes it very safe, but also provides great comfort because while sailing, the boat is very comfortable, sails very smoothly. About efficiency, I already talked. I already mentioned the 68%. Another thing is that thanks to these propellers, we can use very low power. So the motor, the engine is very small, and it doesn't require great power. Of course, this system has some higher installation costs compared to traditional systems. However, maintenance costs are zero and management costs are extremely low. Moreover, since we're in Genoa, here we have not just pleasure boats, but also recreational vessels. So we hope that this system can also be installed on future sailing vessels. And now, easy sharing. Good morning. My name is Francesco Labate, co-founder of EC Sharing. With EC Sharing, we tried to industrialize a STEM system that has always been used along our coasts and in the archipelagos by making it available just like many other ashore services. So we decided to make this service more attractive and more easy and easier to use. We use this year in Costa Smeralda. We proposed the first mobility sharing system with a fleet of 12 inflatable boats. with 40 horsepower. And I'm specifying 40 horsepower because these are crafts that can be used also without a boat driving license. So the idea is also to make things more accessible. So oftentimes certain services are only available for the elite, both because it's expensive, both because it's not so easy to use. While we combined the user-friendliness of a 40 horsepower craft, like an inflatable boat, and a pay-per-use system, so that users will have the opportunity to really enjoy tourism based on experience. So they will have a chance, even maybe for a few minutes, to use a boat to move from one location to the next and enjoy a lovely day at sea, really just paying for the use. So a pay-per-use system. The user is not directly managing the engine, but using, by registering and subscribing to the app, the user can see all the available inflatable boats. So the idea is to have and to offer many different locations, to offer more freedom, more flexibility, and to try and get closer to digitalization, which is very widespread ashore, but not so much at sea. And then this idea of mobility sharing, which also will benefit the sea in terms of sustainability. Consider that many boats move just 13 days per year, and making more boats available, we will reduce the number of boats that are simply moored in marinas, having more boats sailing around and cruising the seas. Our partners are Yamaha and Capelli in terms of the operating side, and informatics on the IT side we have Green Volcano. And we're also trying somehow to make our potential customers more aware about of everything, the sea, the way you can use a craft, and also more aware of the need for environmental sustainability at sea. Thank you. And last but not least, we have Cam. Good morning, everyone. My name is Marco Pisanello. I'm the founder and CEO and general manager of CAM, my company. I would like to thank Paolo Quattrocchi from the Italian Trade Agency, and Alessandro Gianneschi from the Italian Marine Industry Association for giving us the opportunity to be here today. And also thanks to the Boat Show for hosting us in this wonderful setting. Our project started off from a vital need, particularly for offshore boats and cruising ships or cargo ships, that is, waste disposal in terms of organic waste. So organic waste, but also wood, paper, cardboard. Waste is a huge problem for those who sail and cruise the seas. So we decided to offer the opportunity to use a system based on three main principles. It's a closed circuit system. It emits no fumes, no odors, no pollutants. Water use, then the waste can become a secondary fuel, organic fuel, so it can add to the electrical power of onboard systems, or something we still need to develop, with a national institution. We would like, so the second idea is also to use this product also for the fish living in the water. As you know, at the moment, no waste can be disposed of into the sea because the fish have no enzymes allowing to digest human waste. So we need to treat this waste in order to make it fit for disposal in the sea. With this system, we've also managed to reduce the size of stored waste by 50%. Those who work in this sector know that space and weight are crucial aspects when designing and manufacturing boats. We started from a need that mainly was identified ashore on land, and then we extended the use of this product to also the sea and the boating sector. Soon we will start using the product in a town here in Liguria, which is a town with many tourists. So the product can also potentially be used in the tourist sector. So should anyone be interested, please come, visit us, contact us. We can see what we can do. The system installed on board can be customized. So there is no fixed size. I mean, a minimal size, of course, but we are presenting this in a very with a very basic look and a very basic system, because then you can, of course, customize it to your taste and needs. As you can see, the upper part can be opened and the lower part is extractable. So the very small remaining part of waste can be extracted and removed manually. It can also be installed in non-technical areas, for example, in a galley, because one of the main benefits, it is odorless and does not release any fumes. It's also an energy sustainable system. It does not consume much energy, quite the contrary. It can contribute to producing electricity for the boat. It can be connected to the electric or to the power system and supply energy, not just consume it. So thank you once again and enjoy the boat show. Thank you. Thank you so much to the Italian Trade Agency for its cooperation with the Italian Marine Industry Association.